I'm going to do an insight video today. Over the last couple of days, what's been coming through to me is sort of like this concept. I've been asking myself this question, or it's been coming into my mind's eye. It's like, what does your soul want you to know? And so I've been linking into this vibration, this frequency, and it's all about, again, non-separateness. That we're all is one, and that we're always connected. That nothing's separate. It's also the notion that through the soul you have your seed of creation, source energy, source vibration, source frequency. And this is what your soul wants you to know, that there's no separation. The soul comes down, or doesn't even come down, it's sort of like the soul is this infinite source sort of vibration, this infinite source sort of frequency that holds multi-dimensional vibrations and multi-dimensional frequencies. And the soul is sort of like, so each soul, and how I see the soul's sort of purpose, and how I see it, and this is how it comes through to in my sort of like guidance, in my understanding, is each soul is within sort of like creation. It's within the infinite source energy, the infinite sort of like dimensions and realities, and all those infinite dimensions and realities are creation. They're all about creation. Like in this state of awareness, and this state of reality, we talk about consciousness, and consciousness is the first step to awareness, but like the next step is creation. And again, this is like so the soul knows creation, and it knows that it's this infinite being of infinite reality, of multi-dimensional reality, multi-dimensional experience. It holds vibrations and frequencies of many different vibrations, many different frequencies. So when we start talking about the third, fourth, fifth, and sixth, so I define the third as sort of like the physical reality, the reality that external. So it's like the physical world. The fourth dimension is like this transformation, where you start to step into awareness and step into understanding that you have this ability to transform your reality, to create and manifest through consciousness within that reality. The fifth dimension is about heaven on earth, and again, this is about we're starting to step into the keys of consciousness, of awareness, of non-separateness or non-separation. That all is one. That there's one frequency, an eternal moment, the infinite self. And then the sixth dimension is creation itself, where you know that you are a creator, and that you are source essence, source seed of essence within you, and that we're all creation, we're all creators, we're all creation. We are creation, and we are creators. And this is what the soul wants you to know. It wants you to know that you are a creative being. You can express this source energy, this source creation within every moment, within every sort of like vibration, with every frequency, within consciousness, within this reality. And this is what the soul's telling you to know. This is what the soul wants you to know. This is what my soul, when I ask that question, it wants me to know that we are all as souls, when they're in that higher dimension, that higher reality, they're directly connected to source, the infinite vibration, the infinite frequencies. There's no sense of trying to create something, because everything is available, and the soul knows this. Everything is available now, as it was in that reality, as it is in this reality. There is no separation. The vibration, the frequency, the eternal moment is always here. There is no separation. There is only one. There's only one vibration, one frequency. And this is again what the infinite self is trying to teach us through insight and wisdom. Again, is the infinite self, like the infinity symbol is a symbol of 8, which is the infinite symbol, which is sort of like a complete 8 that just keeps going around, which is symbolic of union, of like there is no separation. It's saying that it's forever flowing. Whatever state of awareness, whatever state of reality you're in, you are still connected. There is no separation, that you are one still. And this is what the soul wants to tell you. This is what the soul wants us to know. There is no separation. We are creative beings. We are beings of creation, and we have the I am creator aspect of a self. So we create reality, and this is what the soul wants to do. And the soul's working on that kind of fifth dimension, sixth dimension reality, the I am creator and heaven on earth. Heaven on earth is just the understanding that the eternal moment of the eternal frequencies are always available. There's no separation, and in that soulful sort of expression, you know that you are the creator of your reality, and the soul's telling you you are not separate. You are one. You've always been one. There is nowhere to go. There's nothing to achieve, because it's already here. All you have to do is open up to these infinite vibrations, these infinite frequencies, these infinite consciousness that is available to you. And the soul saying this to you, the soul saying it. And the soul also is the keeper of this wisdom, the keeper of these vibrations, these frequencies of source vibration, of source creation. The soul knows, and has always known, as with many of us beings, when we're in other dimensions and realities, the soul, the soul's sort of like consciousness comes down to this reality to bring new vibrations, new frequencies, and it's shifting. And as I said, many of us are going through these different vibrations and frequencies. Many of us are all going through different dimensional reality at once. So we may sort of have days where we're in the third dimension, then we're in the fourth, then we're in the fifth, then we're in the sixth. And this is all part of self-mastery, and they all sort of relate to, again, this infinite self, opened up to consciousness, opened up to reality, opened up to source energy, and the fact that there's separation. We are not separate, and this is what the soul wants you to know. That source vibration, that source frequency of creation, is who you are, is what you are, and that's all that's all that is. You know, the soul vibration, this source creation, this source vibration, this infinite sort of vibration of the eternal moment is all there is. And that's what we create through. That's what we live. When we live within that vibration, that frequency, we understand that within that time, within that space, all is available. The infinite potentials are available there. There is nothing separate. And again, this is what a lot of the sort of like the vibrations and the frequencies that are coming through at the moment are talking about. How I feel when I'm in my soul is I'm this light vibration, this light frequency, and within that moment, within that infinite eternal moment, everything is available, and there is no issues, there's no problems, there's no nothing. There's just this sacred space of bliss, and this is what the soul, I feel, is wanting to, you know, your soul wants you to know that you are a creator, that you have this vibration, this frequency within you, and nothing is stopping you. All you have to do is awaken and become aware to the potential of your soul and the potential of your vibration, your frequency within you. You know, it's not even within you, it is you. It's, you know, you are creation, the universe is you, and you are the universe. And again, the universe and the soul and the infinite self all know this, and with it all connected into, you know, oneness and the eternal moment, that, you know, everything is always available, and but also knows that, you know, creation and the vibration and the frequency of creation is always available to each and every one of us. There is no separation. They know that, you know, within that vibration, that frequency, all is always available. And we just have to awaken to this vibration, this frequency, and know that, you know, through our light, our energy, through our consciousness, and the soul working with you, the soul and the infinite self work in perfect union. They're all part of the same. You know, when I say eternal moment, I say infinite self, I say, you know, the soul. They're all connected. They're all part of oneness. There is no separation, and they know this. That, like, the beings within higher dimensions know this. That you know, they're not worried about what they create. They just create it. If they need something, they create it. Because they know it's available. They know that within that eternal moment, within that infinite moment, all energy, all infinite frequencies are available. The only time is like when we come down here, we become dormant. And when we become dormant and we're not completely connected to our souls and connected to our infinite selves, then we become dormant, and we sort of become dormant for a period of time within our lives, within our reality, and we forget that kind of that potential, that power, that frequency that's available to each and every one of us. So this is why, like, non-separation is so important, because it tells you that you're always connected, you're always unified. As with angels, with guides, with masters, with collectives, with councils, they're all available to you because they are you. You are them and they are you. And this is the notion that, you know, this is the shifting as we move into what everybody says is this new age, this new vibration. And each soul, within those infinite sort of like realities and realms, like I've said before, hold a consciousness. And each and all the souls that now come down, or like, they're not even come down, they choose to sort of like not reincarnate. I don't know whether to say reincarnate or anything, but really they choose to come back to this reality, to express that vibration, that frequency. Each soul's purpose is to awaken and bring a new vibration, a new frequency that allows us to gain more insight, more awareness of source energy and the infinite ability and the infinite potential of source creation, and the source reality, because source is everything. Within the external realms, the different higher dimensions, all is sort of connected to source, and source creation is everything. But we also have the potential to sort of access that through our consciousness, and our consciousness is shifting here all the time, of how we see the world, of how we create and how we manifest. Creation is really sort of like the understanding that, through your consciousness, and through your energy, through your vibration, through your light, you create a reality, and that's the heaven on earth. This is what the fifth dimension is telling us. This is what the fifth dimension teaches us. But also it shifts then into the sixth dimension, that I am creator and I am part of creation and I am creation. We are creation, we are one. And this is the next shift as we go into the sixth dimensional consciousness and the sixth dimensional understanding. And we always know this, and our soul's always known this. And this is why it's important to build that relationship with your soul, because your soul has that awareness, that understanding, that wisdom, that knowledge, and the soul is here and has sort of like has chosen to come to this reality, this state of consciousness, this state of vibration frequency, this state of reality, for that reason, to bring that consciousness back here, so we can shift and once again be aligned and be unified with the eternal moment and source energy that we're all part of, that we're all born of. And this is what this time and age is about. And this is what I keep getting when I start asking about the soul. For me, like I said, the soul for me is this light, this energy that I feel within my own being, and it's a place of where there's infinite potential, infinite vibrations, infinite frequencies. But there's also this place of pure peace and pure bliss when I'm connected to my soul. There is no worries. There's no issues. There's no sort of like any kind of stress or anxiety when you're connected to your soul, because your soul knows that it can create and manifest anything that it needs, anything it will. And that is part of creation. So your soul knows that it has that creative aspect to itself. So all reality is only a reflection of what you're thinking and what your vibrations and frequencies and the state of the state of dimensional sort of like frequency that you're creating. So if you're creating a 3D reality, seeing the external world as a true reality, and as those external things that are happening to you, then you're living in a 3D state. But if you're seeing as you're living in a fourth dimensional state, and you're seeing that, like Saint Germain, the ascended master teaches us, transmutation, transformation, that and spiritual alchemy, that we can create and manifest and transform our reality through vibration, frequency, and creation. And Saint Germain teaches us this. So you're in the fourth dimension, then you're knowing that you can transform your reality just through the energy, through your consciousness, and also sitting in that space, that bliss, where you're opening yourself up to that infinite potential of the infinite self and the infinite dimensions, the infinite realities that are available. Creation never stops. Creation is always evolving and always opening and always expanding, and it's always expanding, because consciousness has no end, source has no end, creation has no end, the eternal moment has no end. There is no ending. There's just one. There's just this one vibration, this one frequency. So you understand this as you start to move into the fifth dimension. You start to see that heaven on earth is not a separate thing. It is what you are. It's just a reflective, or it's just a vibrational frequency of creation that you're creating. Your little bit of heaven on earth is what you're creating through your I am creator. And when you learn and you see and you gain the insight, and this is part of self-mastery, this is what the Ascended Master teaches, self-mastery, to master this reality, that you live consciously, that you live in union with creation, you live within union with your soul, you live within union with your source energy, your source creator. And then you understand that all the realities, these angels, the guides, they're all part of creation, they're all part of source energy, and they're all working with you, for you, and as you, and through you. You know, they work with you, through you, as you, for you. So you start to realize this, and as you start to shift and understand this, you start to gain more of an insight and an awareness, and you start moving from feeling powerless to really, really powerful, because you start to understand that all creation is available to you. There is no limit. There's no limitation. There's never been any limitation. The soul knows this, and this is what your soul wants you to know. And you start to understand this, and you start to walk as a creator. You start to see your life as a creator. So you see that you're creating your reality, you're creating your life, you're creating your vibrations, your frequencies, and you understand there is nothing stopping you. You know, there is nothing in your way. The only thing that gets in your way is when you sort of like, you end up moving through those different dimensional realities. When you go back to the 3D reality, seeing the physical world as something happening to you, then actually seeing it as something that you're transforming and creating from you, as you, and through you. This is the difference of the shift of consciousness, and this is really important to start to understand this. And this is what I feel like the guides and the collectives that are working with us are trying to tell us within this consciousness of this time and this age. This shifting of reality is really, really important, and this is what your soul wants you to know: that you're infinite, you're eternal, you are creation, you are the universe. There is nothing separate. You are all these things at once, and all you have to do is access that and be aware of it and be conscious of it. And as you start to do that, then heaven on earth will become an everyday reality. Because you'll be in that fifth dimensional vibration and frequency, and the sixth dimension where you're working with creation, and sort of like creating a reality that is heaven on earth, and consciousness, and understanding the consciousness, that you're always expanding your consciousness and awareness to know that you are in union, that you are one, that you are never separate. Non-separateness is the key to everything. It's the understanding that, you know, realities that you think are unattainable and are not available to you, they are available to you. They've always have been. They've never been separate from you. And this is the shift in consciousness, one of the big shifts in keys of consciousness for this age and for this reality. And this is what your soul wants you to know. It wants to know that you are a creator, and that your heaven on earth is here. All you have to do is live in that eternal moment and express it through that eternal moment, and not, you know, and not sort of like doubt or fear something. Just live in that expansive bliss, that peace, that creative space, that eternal moment that's available, that's always available. And all you have to do is take a few deep breaths. You know, take down a few deep breaths, and allow your consciousness to expand, allow your energy to expand, allow your vibration to expand, and then you'll find your soul waiting there. You'll find your soul waiting there to have a conversation with you, and the soul will then tell you what you need to know, what you want to know, and it will help you to express and create reality in a way that's unimaginable. And this is what this time and age is about, and this is the shifting that we're moving through. Well, that's the insight for today. I hope that makes sense to a lot of people. Please comment, please subscribe. Any questions? I feel at the moment I've been shifting. I have been channeling for a long time, but I feel like I've been doing a lot of writing on the computer lately, and I've been asked a lot of questions, and I'm getting a lot of insight, a lot of wisdom through that. I feel there's beings working with me. So if you have any kind of questions that you want to pose, we will try and answer them for you as well. Please subscribe, share, like. Have a great day.